Okay, this is just a little discussion about main skips. I had a few people ask me questions about it, but just to be clear, we're going to go over some main skips, and we really don't have to string it to do it, so I'm just going to use this color-assisted string bed to show you where your main skips will be based off of the information you get out of something like a Stringer's Digest or on ClipperMate's website. What they're going to give you are numbers, and that'll usually be by an H and a T, or it'll say head or throat, which is what H and T stand for. Now we're looking at the head, so we're just going to look at the H's. Now this is a flex point 1, it's an oversize, and their skips are at 8 at the head and 7-9 at the throat. And I'll show you 7-9 at the throat real quick, but just to describe it up top, I'll start at the top. But the way you find out which one of these grommets you're going to skip is to count them, because that's what it's referring to when it says 8, is the grommets and not the mains. And when you see main skip 8H, you think, well, 8 is the main. Well, it's actually referring to the grommets. So where do you start counting from? Well, you start from the center. Now, not all rackets indicate where the center is, but this one does. You can kind of see the little black dot right there. Then I've inked up the string bed so you can see this red half we're not actually going to use, but the white one is where your center main is. You got 2 of them. So from the center main on this side, you just start counting grommets all the way over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The 8th one right here is going to be your first main skip, which means when you're doing your mains, that's the one you skip. It's going to be a cross, as you can see it is. Okay, and then you go on to the next one, which is 9, and that's going to be your last main. You know it's your last main because this racket is 16 by 19, and you only need 8 on each side. So counting your mains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's the last one. Now, after you do so many, you'll be able to tell that there's no more grommets that you would want to put that in, just because the crosses have to be evenly spaced. But until then, know how many mains you're supposed to have and know which ones you're supposed to skip, and you should be fine. So to reiterate, you use the grommets to count. If it says 8H, you skip, counting from the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the 8th grommet. Okay? Now just to sink it in, we're gonna look at the throat as well. Now, at the throat, we're skipping 7 and 9. So again, counting from the middle, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's your first main skip, which is why it's across here. And then 7, 8, 9. This one's a main skip as well. So you can see how it's alternated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mains, where between the 6th and 7th main we've skipped, and between the 7th and 8th main we've skipped on grommets 7 and 9, or 7T and 9T. Now, when you do your crosses, let me move back to the top. When you do your crosses, it's important to weave properly when you're going in on this side, because you don't want to just do the opposite of what you did the last time. And what I mean by that is, on this particular cross here, the main is, or the cross is going under the main. It's also doing that over here, but that's fine because they're diagonal from each other. What's important is that these two are opposite. This cross goes under the main here, and this cross goes over the main here, and then under, and over, and under, and so on and so forth. Now when you get to here, where these two intersections are next to each other, right outside of the grommet, those are the ones that you have to make opposite. When they're diagonal, they have to be the same. Okay? So when you're doing crosses, don't worry about where it starts over here so much. When you're trying to get it right, make sure that it's right over here, and you'll never fail. Okay? So just to reiterate the rule that I've stated before, if you're looking at any intersection of a cross and a main, for instance, this one that I'm pointing to, the cross is going over the main, which means that at this one, this one, this one, and this one, the cross has to go under the main, which it does. If you look diagonally, they'll be the same. This one, this one, this one, and this one, the cross goes over the main. Okay? That's true for every single intersection that you have on the entire frame. If any of the intersections don't follow that rule, you have a misweave. I think that about says it. If you have any other further questions, just email me, let me know. My email's on the YouTube, and I'll try and clear it up as best as I can. Thank you.